What up, everybody? Question tonight: should men wear thongs? So, guys, how is everyone doing this evening? Welcome back. Another Worthy Wednesday. Question tonight: should men wear thong? Yeah, that is the question tonight. Let's see who out there would like to jump on in the comments tonight and participate with what it is that I am asking. I'm gonna get to there. I'm gonna get to it. How did I end up with this question tonight? All right, so I was talking to a friend of mine, right? And we were actually having a conversation about this taxi driver that he's a regular taxi driver, back home, and he came home. But it seems like this must be a regular thing. Maybe this is a regular thing he does. I'm not sure. So we were having a conversation, me and a friend of mine. Taxi driver came home from work and start putting on his wife thong, right? So it just happened to be that week the wife was getting home from work a little bit early today, or that day, and she didn't let her husband know she was coming home. Well, of course, she got a day off, she head home, and just to walk in the house, and who she caught in her thong was her husband. So that's why I'm here tonight asking this question. So where we were having this conversation about, the wife coming home from work, and find her husband, in her thong, and then she said he was also walking around in socks and slippers. So this might be something he does all the time. And that's what brings me to tonight's question. Should dudes be wearing thong? Now, I know there are thongs for men and thongs for women, but at the same time, I've also heard that some men don't like to wear, the men thongs because of the material. Woman thong is what I understood seems to be a little bit more delicate. They use satin, because the skin is supposed to be a little smoother. It's just the talk of the town. That's, this is what I heard. So that's why I'm here. So tell you what, when I give you guys a joke, right? When I came in, after having this conversation with my friend, right, I decided to walk in. So I came and asked my wife. I said, "Hey, I have a question for you." And she said, "Of course. Go ahead, let me hear it." Hold on, guys. Let me grab at least a bottle of water here real fast. One second here. Where is... Okay, I think I got it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, guys. So when I came in, that was a question I had for my wife, right? So I got here and I sat her down and I said, "Hey, Claudia, so I had a question for you, right? I want to ask you, because of what was going on, I said, I want to ask you, what if one day you came home, and you happen to find me walking around with your thong, right? What would you do?" So of course, Claudia came in and she sat down and she thought about it. And she said, "You know what? I would have took photograph of you, and I would have posted on IG, on Twitter, on YouTube, on basically all the social media. And when she's done, she said, we would have a date with the court." Right. So that's what she told me. So I sat down there and I was just laughing, asking the question. So she said, "Hey, maybe you should start telling me something right now." I'm like, hey, listen, I know how I feel about my manhood. It's the culture in it. So definitely nobody will ever call me wearing no thong, whether on the beach or wherever else is. I just had a question. It was just an intriguing question because, of course, after what happened with the taxi guy, hey, Miss Jada Cooper, good evening. How are you? Good night. So yeah, after the toxic guy did this whole, thing and went home, it seems like he was doing this all the time. Because of course he didn't know his wife was coming home that day. That particular day, his wife just happened to show up from work. She didn't let him know what was going on. She just came in and said, "Hey, I'm coming home," just to walk in the house, and bam, to her surprise, she saw her husband walking around the house in her thong. See what I'm saying? Just imagine how he feels. He does imagine how she feels. She's like, "What?" So of course, she's telling the story, and me and my friend was talking about it. And she's like, "Man, I have this guy that I live with, and I'm married to him." And she's talking about him as if he's like a third person, like he's a separate individual, like she don't even know him anymore. So I think it's just the fact that she took. I understand if he was just wearing thong, man thong, or whatever the case, it'd be a little different. But in this case, he just has on her thong, her satin thong, and she came in, and then she said he was wearing slippers and he had socks on. Now that can't be the first time he did that, right? So this is why I'm asking the question this evening. Good evening, guys. So Miss Cooper is saying no, 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 no. She's laughing out loud. Let me tell you, Janet. Hey, so like I said, I run this by my wife because I wanted to see what she thought, right? Of course, and she looked at me and she said, "Is there something you want to tell me now?" And I'm like, "Of course, there's nothing I want to tell you. Where you come up with that idea? You can't even think these days. As soon as you say something, everyone is jumping and saying that, oh, you're saying this. This is what you're saying is wrong." But yeah, that is definitely what was that? That's the question I asked Claudia when she came in and asked her what would she thought. She said very clearly she would divorce me, would get a court. Before she embarrasses me all across social media, then she'll take me down to the court and divorce me. That was her opinion. You see, so that's why I wanted you guys to jump in and tell me. I mean, what do you guys think about this? Men wearing thong. I mean, for you ladies, is this the way we're going? Is this the future? Is this what happened? Is this 21st century? I mean, I read some comments along the way, when I was doing some research for this topic, and there were some guys that were quite comfortable wearing thongs. Some of them said that they wore thong because it felt more comfortable for them. Some of them also said that they wore thong that were designed for women, not necessarily for men, because of the material. The material is a little softer, on their skin than it is for, one guy, spoke about a story about how he got in an accident, and that was when the doctors left him on the table, and they left him with half of the, his underwear on. That's how he ended up knowing how comfortable thong was. So he was saying, "Hey, don't knock it until you try it." But I think it's a little bit. I think there are certain things that are reserved for one sex or the other. My personal thoughts. Peaches, good evening. How are you? Peaches said, "No, sir." This type. Come on, Peaches, you can do it. We can do it. I'm telling you, it's questions that need to be asked, Peaches. There are people out there. Just imagine what this lady is going through after she came in, and it was a yardie, it was a yardie. So imagine what this lady's going through. She came in and caught her husband walking around in her thong in their house with socks on and slippers. Right? I mean, just imagine that. That would just blow your mind. It's different when they have their own thong and that, they're doing their own thing or whatever it is. But like I said, there are people that actually like thongs. There are people that like G-strings. There are women that like their men wearing G-string because, like I said, I digged into some of the comments and there were actually ladies that were actually talking about, "Hey, I actually like to see my man in thong. It's a turn on. It is the 21st century. I like I said, I don't know. That's what I'm looking at. Let's see what you guys are saying. Well, in Jamaica, we would say she have an ants in her milk. Yeah, yeah, Jada Cooper, you're right about that. That's what we would say about there. So Peachy is saying, Peachy said, Screen Storyteller, good evening, sir. How are you? So he says, "Yes, man, we're G-string. They call them trans." Hey, look at that. You see that? So, hey, I'm gonna put the invite. Let me see. I'm gonna throw the link in here, man. Anyone want to call in? Just call in, voice your opinion. This should be a fun topic because, like I said, we're living in the 21st century. So this is a lot of people reality, no doubt about it. I'm pretty sure this is not a surprise. So it's one of those things. But I feel personally that if you have these secrets in your relationship, you should start sitting the other person down and start having a conversation with them. Hey, you know what? I like to wear a G-string. I don't like to wear a G-string. This is what I like to do. I think honesty is the best policy. I think if you can sit down and have the conversation with the other person and let them know how you actually feel, about, wearing G-strings or wearing thongs, it's you don't want this person to be in the relationship and then they end up with a surprise. Let me see if I can pin this thing, guys. I can't. I'm trying to pin this thing. How do you pin this thing? You don't, Peaches said fun topic. Yeah, you don't want the person, the other individual that you're in the relationship with to get a surprise, or you don't want to catch a surprise also, right? So you don't want to be there sitting down and then you're thinking that this is the relationship you sign up for, and then you get a surprise along the way like this lady did. This, like I said, imagine how she felt if she didn't have any kids. The one thing if you have kids, and it is just the oddest thing because the topic might seem a little bit here and there, but when let me add my girl here, TASHA K. Good evening. How are you?
Hey,
Good evening, TASHA. How are you? All is well.
long time. I ain't seen you in forever.
I know, right? It's been a while.
I
How have you been?
know. I've
How
been
have you been?
good. I've been good. So what? So the question is, how will we feel if we caught our significant other walking around in G-string?
Correct. And socks and slippers in your house. You come home from work one day late by surprise, and you caught your husband walking around in G-strings and slippers and socks.
Okay, when you say slippers, you mean house shoes or you mean like
Yeah.
negligee?
No, I'm talking about house shoes and with the long socks. Like, those bobby socks the kids used to wear all the
Yeah.
way up to their knees. Yeah, that's what he was
And so
doing. He was
you can see the balls from the back and with the G-string, like
correct.
if he bend
Correct.
over. I
Yes.
mean, Shaq do that all the time.
Shut the He's a liar.
I
Shaq
don't think
do
so.
that shit
Don't
all
put my
the
business.
time. Y'all just don't be.
don't put my, don't
He
put my
just stop
business
playing
in it.
games with me. They had his favorite time. Nah, for real, he like to wear them, them real tight speedos and stuff.
Sure. Look, you got men prefer to wear where everything is covered from here down, but there are still men out there that feel like they
Look,
want to dress
Shaq the
in the
Shaq the only black man on Miami Beach with and you can see the whole package.
with the whole
You
pack.
all my friends be like, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, but I would be the second black man down there walking around in Miami because when I go down there, I see those guys walking around with their G strings. They're covering just a little bit in the front and in the back. It just brings this thing to mind where you just walk up to this. Yeah, I would just imagine if you're a woman and you walk up to this dude and then you see him in some tight jeans and then he bends over and you see a G string. What would be going through your mind?
Maybe he like it aired out or he like his balls in place.
But there, I was talking to a colleague of mine, right?
You okay?
And they're saying physically, G string doesn't do well with the balls, right? Because balls and strings, they said, don't do very well.
That's
So
how they
this,
do with the balls.
I never wore G-strings. How would I
Well, I'm gonna get him some and then I'm gonna report back to you on how he felt.
and how
Anything, bro.
and how he felt.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you're gonna put him out there. Come on,
Yes.
if he's not gonna
Yes.
wear the culture alone will shock us. A lot of things we grow up into these cultures, and that alone would crush us. So I don't think he's going to wear it. You
Right.
can get me one of those.
Right, Jason. I'm not gonna wear no G-string.
I'm telling you, he wear them real tight speedos.
That's what most
Oh, I'm
men.
lying.
No, I wear speedo.
See, he said he wears speedos. See,
Yeah. probably reach all the way down to his knee also, right? It's crazy.
no, 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 no. Listen. He be having the boys going crazy. They be tight. They cuff his ass. You know what I'm saying?
You believe that I came in here and I asked Claudia. I asked Claudia that question. I actually sat her down. I said, Claudia, just imagine you come home from work one day and your boy Jason, he walked in, your husband, and he said, and you came, and I'm here walking around in the house, and you saw me in slippers and G-string. You
I
heard
don't
what
know.
I
I
said?
would kind of be turned on. I'll be like, is it some role play going on here?
Oh man, you heard what I said that
You
she
know,
said?
because the male strippers wear that.
Very true, but we're not male strippers.
It don't matter. I'll be thinking I'm about to get me a private show.
Huh?
You
Listen,
gonna give me a
you heard
private
what
show,
she said?
shit?
Nah.
Why not?
You ever come in the house and I'm wearing G string? You find you're not a house.
Listen, let me tell you something. You heard what Claudia said to me, right? Claudia said she would air me out across all the social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everyone, and then she would divorce me. And then she would divorce me. That's what she said. She was
I
very
wouldn't do
clear.
that. No.
And
I'll be
she
like,
was very clear.
what role we playing? I'll give him a name called Shaq Steele. Yeah, he gonna have to take chocolate syrup and pour it all over with whipped cream. He gonna have to, we're gonna get a little stripper pole in here.
You see what I'm talking about? That's how we get in trouble. That's how we get in trouble. I'm talking about. I don't think that would work, Tasha. This is not working. You know
Try
better than
it.
that.
You never know. Try it. You try
No,
it.
man.
You never know.
Man, listen. That's why I think it's best that you sit down with your couple and you have this conversation, man. You say, "Hey, is
We
there
have a
anything I need to know?"
Why would we have a conversation about wearing G-strings?
No, we need to have a conversation about these secret things that can pop up in your relationship. That might be one of them. You got
What, you got
somebody
any secret
walking
things? You got any secret things?
you pop up in the house. Can you imagine how that woman feel? She pops up in the house and saw her dude walking around in G-string, in her satin G-string. She was
I know.
pissed. She was upset.
I know.
You see what I'm saying?
Stop. Yeah.
Hey, Lamine, what's up?
Say hi,
Yeah.
Uncle Jason.
Hey, Lamine.
Say hi.
There you
He
go.
pointed to
You gotta
you.
get rid of the
What you
pacifier,
do?
Lamine, so we can talk. You gotta get rid of the pacifier so we can talk, Lamine.
Take it out.
Nah,
Take it out.
there
Look,
we
you
go.
see what I go through? See what I go through? Take it out.
Yeah,
Take
I
it out.
know what you go through. I know what you go through. Lamine, you're gonna be a big boy here very soon. Come on, you gotta give it
He
the pacifier.
already big. Shoot, he weighs 30 pounds. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'll let somebody else get in.
It's like you said, I'll stay away from this topic. Y'all gotta crack me up.
Yeah.
That's what Peaches Royal said. Peaches Royal. Come on, Peaches. Peaches' husband
Come
might be
on
watching.
in. Bye, Jason.
All right, first. All right, we'll see.
Okay.
Bye. Yeah, guys. So that you guys heard her opinion, right? Very, very clear. You know what she thought about the whole G-string thing. You know, and the way and what's the best way, you know, to do it. She said most people are not going to be thinking exactly like Tasha. You know, of course, her way of thinking is slightly different. You know, men, I feel like they're under pressure as far as this whole sexuality is concerned. As far as them wearing G-string, I feel like, you know, automatically people start to think that maybe they're homosexual. And it's necessarily not the case, because I do know that they make G-string for men. It's just that there are specific G-string just for male and not for, and for female. They're different. You know, even if you talk about, oh, you like the satin one, you should not be in your wife's G-string. It's not designed for you. You know, and then you add the slippers to it. It's just a little bit too much. So that's what I'm talking about. Yes,
No,
ma'am.
what you need to talk about is rapper Benzino, former Source magazine owner, creator of the Source Awards, pulling men's G strings aside, you know, and going in through the back. And
I saw he was trending for some reason today, but I didn't
yeah,
dig
and
into it.
he's afraid of letting people know because he's still trying to get back on top. But he's
Oh,
already on top
okay.
because he's a top.
Yeah, he's a top, or he's
You
a
feel me?
back. Oh, yeah, or he's a front. Which one?
No, the top is on the top. He give it like
Okay.
Pastor Dwight Hawkins.
Yes, I think it's Dawkins, right? Dawkins.
Whatever.
Dawkins. The guy down in Florida, right? The pastor down in Florida.
Right. Benzino, that's what we need to talk about. He just popped up in G strings and pulling G strings to the side.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
And said that it was because the way the women dress is like, wow. So, yeah.
so I have to go dig deep into Benzino and find some more information about Benzino.
You said you want to dig deep into Benzino, Jason?
I have to go dig deep into information about Benzino.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Tasha. Come on. See, Peaches, you got Peaches in there. Just crank it up. Come on, girl. I got you. I got you.
Listen, okay, I just wanted to come and say that G string was pulled to the side, and he pulled another G string to the side.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
want to make that very clear. That's what's
yeah,
happening.
yeah.
Okay. All
Okay,
right. Good deal. All right.
bye.
Cool. We'll talk soon. Tasha, she's crazy. Yes, guys. Hey, so yeah, guys. As I was saying, I don't have enough information about the Benzino stuff, so I'll have to go back and dig more into it. But I did see that it was just rolling across my screen earlier, and but yeah, definitely we'll get back on this topic. I don't plan to be out here long this evening, so I just wanted to see what you guys think about this whole thing. Should men be wearing G-string? And exactly, what happened with this lady and her husband. So I wanted to just touch base and see what you guys think about it. Hey guys, the link is in the chat just in case you guys want to call in and give me your opinion, or just write it in the chat and see how it is. Is it weird for men to wear thongs? It's the question, right? It's a question everyone would someone can ask, and is it weird for men to do to wear thongs? Like I said, I was asking a colleague of mine, and when we actually had the conversation about whether it's weird for men to wear thongs, he says biologically it's just not healthy. They said men wearing thongs is just not good for the balls. So they say balls and string does not go together, and it could affect a man's possibility of having children in the future, is what I was told. So, whether that's true to the core or not, I mean, it's just the opinion of my colleague at the time. They were telling me because of the field they were in. So I wanted to see what you guys think about tonight's topic as far as should men wear G-string or not. I see some ladies are saying that they like when their men wear G-string. You heard Tasha's opinion there as far as it is concerned. That some ladies like it. They feel like it's a turn on. They feel like it's the way that, I don't know if they feel like maybe their man dressed like them. It is a turn on or not. I have no idea. But like I said, some of them like to see men in G-string. Why would men like to wear G-string? For me, I find those things to be uncomfortable. I don't know. I mean, they look uncomfortable. I don't find them to be uncomfortable because I've never worn them, but they look uncomfortable. Like I said, if I wear those things, I'm going to be getting a divorce, and I'm trying to keep this family together. But yeah, no, like I said, they look uncomfortable. So that's why I'm asking, what do you guys think? What are your opinion? How do you guys feel about it? Is it bizarre? Is it not bizarre? I do know some female hate that stuff. And would this be a gift that you would give to your uncle, your brothers, your father, maybe for Father's Day or birthday or something? It's the question. It's the question of the night, whether this is, a great gift, a good gift, or just a bad idea for men to be wearing G-string, period. And let me see what else you guys are saying here. I was reading something earlier, and there was a lady, she was saying, her husband does not like when his underpants folds up under his jeans. So that was the reason why he liked wearing G-strings. So it can just seamlessly go inside the pants, and then that would actually not be a problem at all. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Now, Peachy says, no, my man better never ever consider the idea. Peaches, I don't think you're gonna have a problem there. I don't see. Jada Cooper says, if he start wearing my strings, then he will soon want to wear my clothes. That's exactly that's the way I see it also, Miss Cooper. When you look at, someone stepping into your closet and start wearing your G-string, then your socks, then your slippers, then definitely it'll start being your clothes. And then it would be a situation where, because I feel like if you look at the Kardashian, right, and you look at Bruce or Caitlyn, what he's called himself these days. Yeah. So if you look at that situation, he was once a man. And now when you see him, as a woman, as a transition person, you can't believe how, it's like he mastered the craft. You look at him and he looks like, wow, like he was born a woman. You see what I'm saying, Ms. Cooper? So that's why I think that if they get into, this thing in their idea, in their mind, that they can start wearing, the other sex clothes or the women clothes, it's just something that I feel like, it's in them. That's something that they always wanted to do. And maybe they're just trying to find that other side that not even them are aware of that exists. So I think it's bad idea. for men to be wearing women G-string. That's my personal thought on it. Like I said. So let me see what else you guys are saying. Lashaw Joe said, "Hi Jason, hi everyone." Hey Lashaw, good evening. How are you? So the question tonight, Lashaw, is should men be wearing thongs? It's a situation where there's this one young lady came home from work to find her husband, which is a taxi driver, and he was home early. So of course he was home walking around with her G-string on and have her slippers on, and then also have the long socks on, and he was walking around the house. So it seems like it's something that he do all the time, and she was unaware until she came home from work early that day. When she came home from work early that day and saw her husband in her G-string and her clothes, of course she was pissed. She was, she was voicing her opinion. I'm asking a question: is even should men be wearing G-string? What are your opinion? Drop. Let me know how you guys feel. I got a link in the chat just in case you guys want to call in. But it is an interesting one, to find your husband or your significant other. It's easier for us to see a woman wearing a man like brief underpants, for say, but it's hard for us to see a big masculine dude and he's wearing the lady G-string, which is like I said, there are G-string for men, but not the small sheer one that women wear. So I think it would be one of those interesting one. Lightbulb said Bruce Jenner was all-time Olympian. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Lightbulb, that he was one of those Olympians, and all of those years, it makes you wonder, because after he did the transition into Caitlyn, I started to wonder. It came to my mind. I was like, wow, was he just watching Chris all these years, just trying to figure out how to become a woman or to be good? I don't know. It's what came to my mind, because just the fact that they got a divorce and then he went into this transition and then he became Caitlyn. So it's just this thing. Maybe this lady that I'm talking about right now, she's having the same thoughts going through her mind. My husband is wearing my G-string and wearing my shoes and wearing my socks or wear my slippers and my socks. Maybe he wants a transition. Maybe that's what, that's what I think she's thinking. Maybe she wants a transition. Let me see what you guys are saying. Lashaw Jones says, "No, sir, no G-string. I would freak out." See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Some people would freak out. But at the same time, Lashaw, I was also reading some comments as I was doing some research on this thing, that there are ladies out here, no disrespect to them, that likes their man wearing this kind of stuff. They like their man wearing G-string. They enjoy seeing their man in G-string. They said it's a turn on. They find it. Even Tasha was talking earlier, and she said, I don't know, she was just joking that, she would just say, "Oh, what role play are we gonna do?" But I think she was just tripping over it, when she called in earlier. But as I'm saying is, there are ladies that actually like this. There are ladies that feel like this is the 21st century. Let people do what they want. Let them dress the way they want to dress. I am just saying, wear what's built for you and not what's built for the other person. Or if that's the case, go out and buy your own, not be walking around in the house wearing, the lady G-string or her clothes or whatever the case is, whether it's G-string, socks, heels, whatever the case might be. It's just a little bit much. Let's see. She said I would freak out. Definitely hit the thumbs up. Yes, guys, please hit the thumbs up. Please hit the like button. I appreciate the support, guys. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, and so you guys can keep up with me each time that I post something. Tanya Smith, good evening. I see you. Some crazy lady out there for real that want that. Yeah, there are some ladies out there that want that. There are people that actually talk about their husband wearing G-string. I don't know if you call those the controlling type or not, but there are people that's the way they feel about it. They want to be, they want their husband in a G-string and they feel better. They feel like that's the way. Anyone wants to, you guys can call in. Like I said, the link is in the chat. Anyone wants to call in and have a conversation about this, we can sit and chit chat, discuss exactly what you guys feel about it. How you feel about it. I don't know if you guys was hearing earlier, but earlier I was talking about how I asked my wife the same question. How would she feel? What was her thought be exactly? And if she came home and caught me wearing a G-string, and she already told me very, very clear, we would get a divorce after she publicized everything across all the social media platform. You know what I'm saying? So after she done that, then I guess my mom would kill me, and then at that point I'd get a divorce. I don't know. It'd be something along that line. I'm pretty sure. See, that's what else you guys are saying. So yes, guys, that's what my thoughts are this evening as far as this topic is concerned. What do you guys think? I don't want to make this a very long live this evening. I just want to jump on here, see what you guys are thinking, see how you guys are feeling. Voice my opinions. Let you guys know how I feel about the situation. LaShaw says, I feel some type of way when I see male strippers with G-string on. That seems to be their job, though, Lasha. It's a little crazy. I think it's the whole part of attracting the opposite sex or whatever the case is. Maybe that's the reason why. I have no idea. It's always odd to me when I go on the beaches, because you go on the beaches all the time, whether you're in Miami, whether you're in Clearwater, whatever beach, Atlantic City, any one of the beaches you go on, normally you can easily see, those dudes walking around with their G-string on. And we're not even talking about a nude beach. We're just talking a regular beach. You see these guys walking around with their G-strings on, and they seem to be comfortable. Me personally, I like it to be all, like a regular underpants kind of thing going on. I can't do the G-string. I just don't think I just think it's not comfortable. It doesn't even look comfortable. And that's what a lot of people complain about the material, for the man G-string, that they said it doesn't look comfortable. That's the reason why this guy was actually wearing his wife G-string. I think that's why, that's how he broke it down. See what you guys are saying. Brown bread, brown bread. The country boy said, okay, light bulb, I see you. Well, I am, laugh a lot, peaches. Yeah, so yeah, guys. I mean, like I said, it's the craziest story. When it happened to this lady told the story. It was just wild. I feel like they should have a conversation. That's why I think everyone should have a conversation about with their couple and sit down and just make sure there's no, as much as you can get out in the free air, freedom, right? That's exactly what we're always, not just jumping at this and getting some surprise in the middle of in the middle of anything. So that's, is the reason why I'm here this evening asking the question. So like I said, guys, this is not going to be a long live. This is not intended to be a long live. I appreciate everyone here this evening. Thank you guys for chiming in, watching this topic. Please remember to comment, like and comment, write your comments inside just in case you guys did not get a chance to voice it here. And let me know what you guys think about it. I'm gonna, jump on and dig into another topic for, next day or so from now. I'll jump back on here and I'll be in touch. All right, guys. So with that said, have yourself let me see here, the man wearing one with a beer belly on the beach. Tanya Smith says the man wearing one with a beer belly on the beach. Now, they got to rock the beer belly, Tanya. You can't do much about that. If you drink the beer, you're going to have a beer belly in the future. So it's what it is, but people are going to rock their stuff. Hey, Felipe, how are you, man? Yes, guys. So yeah. That for me is it, man. Thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate it this evening. Remember to love those who love you and those who do not. I appreciate your kindness, your support. Remember to hit that like button. All right. And please remember to subscribe if you haven't already. All right. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you.